Welcome to the Designated Drinkers Podcast. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Ho, ho, ho! There's actually been a couple times where I was with a group of people and I'm like, guess how many weapons I have on me currently?
It's so fucked up.
Because it's like the conceal game.
Yeah.
Like, because you can't really actually tell how many weapons somebody is carrying on them unless you have an eye for it. So like, one day when I'm older and I have a bunch of guns,
that's gonna be fun.
I'm just gonna have like 8 guns on me somewhere, and then like 17 knives, and then I'm gonna be like, guess how many weapons I have on me, and you're gonna be like, 4. And then I'm just gonna start pulling all these weapons out and setting them on the table and being like, 17.
I just want you to go to a fucking Walmart when you're like 73 and you've got like one of those scooters and you kind of smell like crack and rum or something like that. And like when the lady's like, hello, you go, hold on. Game for you. How many weapons do I have on me? Sir, go ahead and guess. 2? Nope. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's
You just pull it out of your beard. No, I think for me, it's just like, it's one of those things because before I started carrying, I never actually thought about how many weapons you could carry.
Yeah.
Dude, you could carry a lot. Like, seriously, the one time I did that, I think I did it with Carlo. I think I had like 7 or 8 things on me. Just because I wanted to see it.
If you noticed?
Like, yeah, how many he would guess. And like, I pulled out my gun, I set it on the table, and then I started pulling out all these knives all over the place. like how many weapons do you think I have on me now, besides that one?
Besides that one?
Yeah.
I don't feel like you would need another one, so I feel like at the moment...
The answer's wrong.
Oh, that's... I mean... Okay, well, that's... The answer's wrong. You didn't even give me a chance. You're like, nope.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would be amazing just one day, like, if I have a bunch of guns, just to do that, like at our friend's Christmas party. Like, it would be a great party trick. Like, just get everybody in the room and be like, alright guys, we're gonna play a game. How many weapons is Tom currently carrying?
We're totally doing this.
And then everybody in the circle guesses, and then I'm just like, no, you motherfuckers are wrong. And then I just start pulling out shit from everywhere. I'm like, you see this bun that I have in the back of my hair? How many times have you ever seen me with a bun? Wrong. The thing that's holding my hair up is nunchucks. I
could have killed you in a second.
Yeah. Actually, I couldn't have really killed you because all the weapons that I have on me currently are weighing me down, so I can't really move all that much, so...
But think about if I would have just had one of these. I feel like that'd be a funny-ass skit. Like, you rob somebody, it's like, I want all your fucking money. Okay, you know what? Please don't kill me. We're gonna play a little game. How many weapons do I have on me right now? If you get it right...
I'll let you go.
I'll let you go. If you get it wrong, I pick one at random and I'm gonna kill you with it.
Or like... We do a skit and we're robbing somebody, and then the other guy's like, alright, hold on 1 second. And as he's getting robbed, he's just like pulling out all these guns and setting them down, and like instead of actually using them, just like tossing all the weapons on the floor.
Ah, fuck.
He's like, God damn it, every time that I'm carrying every single one of my weapons, I get robbed. And he's just like throwing them out. I guess I'm gonna have to buy all these again. God damn it.
You're lucky, because I could have fucking killed you with this one.
You're lucky that I have all these serial numbers written down, because now you're gonna get caught. Like, dude, you have no idea half of the shit that I think about, like, all day. Like, this is how my mind works.
I'm starting to get a glimpse, and I love it.
All the time. All day long.
Well, alright, this is our new episode now. I've been recording, by the way.
I know.
Okay, cool, yay! Yeah, guys, it's another episode. It's funny that we mentioned Christmas, because this is our Christmas episode.
Is it?
So happy holidays and a good New Year. We don't know if we'll do a New Year's episode.
Well,
I have something.
Well, he doesn't know, but I'm not going to be in the next one.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
I haven't told him yet.
That's
so
good.
it's just going to be him and Angel.
That's gonna be amazing.
I'm going to be playing video games, bitch. Fuck you.
Yeah, man. Fuck you.
No, me and Nicole have something that she wants to do, so
Oh, perfect.
I figure I spend a lot of time with you guys. I should
Yeah.
probably spend a little bit of time with my girlfriend.
Yeah, man.
Might be a good idea.
I guess it makes sense, right? You don't want her to think that you're weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You don't want that rumor spreading around it.
Dude, I find it funny because like every time that we are doing something,
Mm-hmm.
like Sunday when we're sucking each other's dicks, and when we record the podcast and stuff, like it's always that weekend.
Yeah. For all you guys at home, if you didn't know, we don't get together just to do a podcast. We have an enormous amount of rough gay porn, and we just don't release it. We don't release it in the States. There's a market for it in Norway, in Japan, China, Russia, definitely. And we just give it a whole bunch of different names. It's great.
It's called Two Brown Eyes and a Guy.
Oh, there's a volume system. So every episode we do, there's a different.
I don't even know where that came from. I like that. That would be a good name for a fucking porno. It would be like an anal video. You get it? Because the butthole looks like a brown eye.
Yeah, like a...
Two brown eyes and a guy. It's just two butts and a dick.
Oh my god.
Wow, this night went
Is
down.
there a form of that where it's like three brown? Is there like a parody where it's like three brown eyes and a baby penis?
Oh, you mean like that one that you sent to Carlo?
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be able to... Dude, if your dick was that small, do you think you'd be able to do anything with it?
I don't think you would be.
I don't think you'd be able to actually get it in anywhere.
No.
Because...
You know what's really funny? I'm gonna share some information. So when I was younger, you know when you watch porn...
Oh, real quick.
Yeah. Oh, we should probably say our names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Designated Drinkers.
Yeah.
I'm Tom.
This is Joe. It's a twofer. Two-person.
It's actually only us today. Darian had something that he had to go do, so we're recording another one without him currently. But like we were saying, two brown eyes and a guy.
Brown eyes and a guy. But like God damn it, I can't believe I was saying this. So when I was younger, I was very...
Whoa, does this have to do with uncle stuff?
No. I didn't get diddled by my uncle. I didn't have an uncle.
I don't know. We were just talking about two brown eyes and a guy, and you're like, when I was younger...
No, I was like self-conscious about my body. And so like...
Dude, I still am.
So like when you said that, it reminded me when I was younger, it's like, I just want to know, if I have a small penis, can you do something? So I'd be like, let's look up small penis porn. And like there's this like porno series, I guess, where it's this guy that has like an afro, like a fake afro, like my hair, but fake. Bigger though. And then like he does this weird ass porn. He's got a small little penis. And he does like weird things where he doesn't have sex with a girl. So I was like, okay, so if you have a small penis, you can't have sex with a girl.
I kind of want to look up small penis porn, though.
Yeah, and dude, like, and he would do some weird shit. Like, he would like pretend to do like cocaine, and then he would like bump his chest. I'm like, this is some weird ass shit. And I don't...
Sure that you weren't watching Scarface, or...
No, it was just me. I was just watching movies of me.
Yeah, you're like, and this was me as a kid, and it's just like you in the corner, like, you like my cocaine? Fucking...
Manolo, we're gonna do some cocaine.
Yeah, you're like 5, just sitting. It's like Christmas. The Christmas tree's just in the background. You're like, Mom, where's my cocaine?
I'm just right here, son. Let me cut it up for you. Some premium shit.
Yeah. No, dude, I don't even know where this conversation was going. That was like the most random rant I've ever had in my entire life.
That's how we do it.
Two brown eyes and a guy.
Two brown eyes and a guy, baby. Get out the topic of two brown eyes. This is our Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Yeah.
Two brown eyes and a guy coming to theaters near you soon. Not really. Don't look for it anywhere.
Deck the halls with these brown eyes.
Deck the halls with these balls. In your mouth. And your butt.
Can we just give up doing podcasts and let's just do like weird like holiday porn?
Deck the halls with these balls.
Like that sounds like the trailer for a 1970s like porno.
Rudolph the red-nosed slut.
Oh my god. Frosty the Dough Man or some shit.
Frosty the Money Shot. Oh man.
Oh yes.
I love this. This is
the
great.
Holidays.
So anyways, Merry Christmas everybody.
Yeah.
That's the end of our episode. No, I'm just kidding. It's only been like 11 minutes.
Yeah, hey, you're 1 minute off, yeah. I guess we should talk about like I was thinking maybe we could this is a pretty easy episode. Maybe we should just talk about like Christmas stuff that we do and like traditions and
Yeah,
stuff.
we could do that.
Okay.
Like what how about we could start off with what was your favorite thing as a kid about Christmas? Do you have a favorite thing?
My favorite thing about Christmas? Well, so when I was a kid, a lot of things.
I'm sorry, I just keep thinking about two brown eyes and a guy. God damn it. Like, we're trying to have a serious conversation about fucking, like, when we were kids and what we liked about Christmas, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, I really hope that he says two brown eyes and a guy right now. Like,
God damn it.
okay, but continue.
I'm trying to get away from that.
I just won't make eye contact with you.
Because I have brown eyes, I get it now. When I was a kid, I don't know. I guess it was just like I don't know why. I like presents. I don't care about getting presents. I just like the way presents look.
Yeah, like under the tree and stuff.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like that's my favorite part about just Christmas. I mean, like now, well, we'll talk about that later. But like back then, that was my shit. It's like just seeing presents and just being like, oh man, that's so great. And the great thing about that is I knew that Santa Claus was a lie. Because literally, like, when I was like 6 and I was able to process things, that year, I remember I wanted this, like, VHS tape of, like, the Rugrats. It was, like, their holiday special.
Yeah.
And, like, I was in Walmart with my mom, and I was like, oh, I want that. And she's like, I can't get it for you, but, hey, maybe Santa can, right? And I was like, okay, that'd be cool. And then like a week later, I'm like going downstairs to get a drink of water, and then she's like down, and I'm like looking at all these presents. She's like, oh shit! And I was a kid, so I didn't fully get it. But then I was like, that's the video game. That's the video I wanted. And then I opened it up on Christmas, like, what the fuck? What's going on, Santa? And then I was like, oh shit, he's fake. And like
Dude,
after that, I never.
I think probably my favorite thing when I was a kid was I had a bigger family when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like now everybody's dead because they're old. So,
Yeah.
But so like everybody would get together and Christmas Eve we'd go to my grandma Davis's and then we'd go to my grandma Spirkelli's, and it was just like real nice because people who you saw every once in a while,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't see all the time. Like we get together for a while and we just spend time together. That and my grandma Spirkelli makes cannolis on Christmas.
Ooh.
So that was always my favorite thing. Like
Spoiled.
I didn't even care about the presents. Like I was just like,
This is my present right
I
here.
was just like, hey, are we done eating? Because
Those cannolis are looking at me.
yeah, those look really good.
Those white eyes are looking at me.
But I mean, she also made like homemade pizza,
Okay.
stuff like that. But I think my favorite thing about that was on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
So like, for some reason, in Italian, well, at least my family, but from my understanding, Italian families, they celebrate on Christmas Eve. They don't celebrate on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's the same thing with my family.
yeah, so we did all of our stuff on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day when I was a kid, for some reason I always thought Santa was real, up until like I was 5.
Mm-hmm.
So not that long.
No,
But
that wasn't long at all.
Yeah.
I said I found out when I was 6. You probably were 5. I mean,
I still went along with it,
okay.
so this way I could get more stuff. But
I didn't. I was like, don't lie to me.
well, it was just funny because like so Christmas Day, what I would do, and I don't know why I remember this so well, but like I'm a horrible morning person now.
Mm-hmm.
I hate waking up in the morning. When I was a kid, fucking Christmas, 5:30 on the dot, I was up. I'm like, dude, let's go. Like let's do this.
It's on.
Yeah, like I'd run out of my room, I'd go in my parents' room, and I'd be like, hey, you guys need to wake up. Like let's go. And I won't forget the one year, I think it was like 8. My dad's like, go back to bed.
And then you're like,
Santa hasn't come yet. Go back to bed. And so I go back in my room and I just lay there for like 2 hours. Like, I didn't even go back to sleep. So the reason why he was so cranky was because, like I said, it was like 8 or 9. And he bought me a basketball hoop. And he was up all night, putting it together in the freezing cold, out back. He was up until, like, we didn't get home from my grandma's until, we used to get home at, like, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And he didn't want me to know that he got it. Well, at that point, I already knew Santa wasn't real, but he told me that, oh, Santa must have got it. I'm like, come on.
Don't be a liar, Dad.
So, but,
you were a good boy. I didn't wait that long.
Dude, after that year, like, my dad, they got me a bike because I fucked my bike up, like, real bad. I was a rough kid, dude. Like, real rough. So, I broke my bike. I'll leave it at that.
What did you do to break your bike? Wait a minute.
Needless to say, I got yelled at. I tried to jump over some stairs and I broke the front wheel. But they bought me a new bike. It wasn't an expensive bike. It was just something so I could ride around on it. Which, you know, my parents always did what they could. You know, so it was funny because he's like, "Oh man, look at this!" Like, he went downstairs. He's like, "Santa got this for you." I'm like, Dad, I'm 9. Like, I've known for like 4 years that Santa isn't real. Like, I learned when I went into kindergarten. Yeah. Okay, Santa's not real.
Yeah, kindergarten kids rip that fucking Band-Aid off fast.
Kindergarten kids are assholes.
They don't give a fuck.
Because, like, I won't forget when I was in school, the way that I found out, one of my friends, I go into school, I'm like, "Oh, what'd you ask for from Santa?" And he's like, "Man, Santa's not real." I'm like, "What?" like my excitement, me being so excited, just went from like super high to like,
boo. He's all the way down.
What did you just say? Like, he's like, he was like a year older than me. He was kind of slow. That's why he was in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm like, no, Santa's real. He's like, no, he's not. Your parents go and buy the presents and they stay up at night and put them together. So that's why you think that he's real.
See, that wasn't right. I feel like that wasn't the best person to tell you that because, like, you could have been like, you kind of slow, man. I don't know.
But then I was just like it ruined Christmas for me a little bit. I wasn't as excited about it. And then, like, after I told my dad, he's like, I never liked that kid. It's like,
that kid's a fucking asshole.
Well, you know, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, but I feel like I played along with it more for my parents, just because, like,
that's a good feeling.
They always liked the excitement of. I mean, I was gonna be excited either way, and then, like, it was like, hell yeah. And then my dad was like, I bought you this PlayStation, and then he really bought it for himself. It was when the PlayStation 1 first came out. What he really did is he bought me the Rugrats game. So this way he could make it look like he bought it for me, and then he just played Spyro all the time. Like, I think that I got to play the PlayStation, like, maybe a total of 6 times.
I think it's funny because you've told me that about your dad. That, like, he
used to do that all the time with game systems. Like, when we got a PlayStation 2, he's like, Merry Christmas, I got you this PlayStation 2. No. You know what he did, like, 3 years later? He bought another fucking PlayStation 2 and gave me the old one.
Oh my god!
Because, like, I'm like, and then after that, like, he stopped playing games, but I'm like, Dad, what? I want to play the PlayStation. He's like, I'm in the middle of this. He's like, just let me get to the next save point, and then you can play. And then, like, at that point, it was like 9 o'clock at night, and I had to go to school. So he's like, oh, you gotta go to bed. I'm like, you've been playing all night. Like, dude, I used to get so bad.
That's when you turn it off. Like, this is mine. You can't use it now.
Dude, he used to, when we hit the old school Nintendo.
Yeah.
He used to do that shit to me all the time. So, like,
no.
Yeah, so we had the old school Nintendo, and I used to like playing Mortal Kombat on it, like the old school Mortal Kombat and Mario. So what would he do? He would literally be playing Mario, and then I'd come in and I'd be like, I was a little kid when we had that, and he's like, I'm like, Dad, can I try? He's like, he'd look at the clock and be like, oh no, it's time for you to go take a nap. then he'd send me to my room. And then he's like,
what the fuck?
And then, like, I'd be trying to peek out. He's like, didn't I tell you to go take a nap? I'm like, I'm not tired, though. And he's like, go take a nap. So, dude, but once I started to get older, it wasn't as bad. It was just, like, when I was younger. And I kind of get it now, because, like, when you're playing a video game, and there's a younger kid around, and they're like, oh, can I try it? And then, like, you give them the controller that doesn't work, so this way they think that they're actually playing it. That's the right move to go to.
I never did that. I felt bad.
Yeah, neither have I.
Actually, I either would just be like, let's see if you're good. You're not that good. Here we go.
No, that's why you give them the one that doesn't work. So this way, like, when you're doing stuff, they're like, oh, yeah, I'm killing that guy.
See, that's a lie.
And then you're like, yeah, you're doing great. Get out of the way of the TV.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm trying to watch how you're doing.
I've never been on you. I've never seen this level. You're so good. I never did that. No, fuck that. Like, when I was a kid, I was like, I suck at this game, and then my brother was good at them, so I would let my brother play them, and I'd watch. You know, and I'd be like, well, maybe I'll learn. But I never learned. I was like, oh yeah, this looks really cool. But I never. Fuck that. No, I don't want any fucking pity. That's pity.
You know what I realized?
What?
If I had siblings, like if I had younger brothers,
oh, dude,
I would have tormented the fuck out of them.
Yeah, it was horrible, man. You don't want to be the young brother.
No, I mean if I had younger brothers.
I know. I'm just saying for your non-existent ones.
Dude, I would have tormented the shit out of them. That's because like, so like my cousin, he's older than I am and he doesn't listen to this, so I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. But
fuck you, guy.
So when I was younger, he broke my wrist. Like, I mean, he was kind of like my brother. I used to see him every Sunday when we go over my grandma's. So he broke my wrist, he broke my thumb, and he's also broken like a couple of my fingers.
What the shit?
So
you sure he's not in the mob?
No, me and him, I was like in the 5th grade, and I was like, hey, let's go wrestle outside. So like, you know, that was back when WWF was like a thing. Like it was WWF, not gay WWE. Yeah, but so fucking like I said, we were like brothers, so like we're fucking around at first, and then it kind of like went like, hey, don't fucking do that. And then like it was like, hey, I said don't fucking do that, and then like it got heated. So then we're like fighting in the front yard, and like my cousin's 30 now. Oh, maybe 31. So he was in high school when he was in 5th grade. Okay? So
what the fuck?
So like he gets irritated with me and picks me up and like goes to power bomb me. And we got super close to my grandma's driveway.
No.
So the way that her yard is, her grass sits lower than her driveway does. And like when I felt him pick me up, I knew that we were getting close and I didn't want my head to hit the driveway. So like I put my hands back and my hand hit the driveway.
Oh no.
And fucking came up.
Ah!
Yeah, and then I broke both bones in my wrist. Then he broke my thumb playing catch. He used to be a pitcher in high school. He had like a 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
Oh my god.
Well, I didn't have a catcher's mitt.
What the fuck is
and I told him he used to be a dickhead. He still is a dickhead.
No, fuck this guy, man.
I love him, but he's a dickhead.
No, fuck this.
So I'm like, all right, don't throw it super hard. I understand that you have to practice. I'm willing to play catch with you or whatever, but like, like I saw him. I've seen him pitch. Like I'm like, dude, I don't want to fuck with
any of that.
Like I'm in the 6th grade, bro. Like you need to calm it down. So we're playing catch for a while, and he just lays his fucking heater in, and I caught it in the glove wrong, and he broke my thumb. And then I don't remember how he broke my pinky, but he
just came up to you and was like, "Hey, let me look at your hand." And
yeah, he's just like, "Hey, let me look at it." I'm sorry. No, I don't know, man. Like he was always kind of like my older brother, so like he used to fuck with me all the time. Yeah. But when I broke my wrist, that was a different ball game.
Dude, I would shit myself if I just broke my little cousin's arm like that. I'd be like, I'm fucked.
Dude, I used to beat the shit out of him after he broke my wrist. I had a cast on all summer. He broke my wrist right before summer break. And then all summer I had to wear a cast up until a month into school. And then after that first month of school, I got the cast taken off, and then my hand was all like, because I haven't moved it in like 4 fucking months. So after I got my cast, every time I would see him, I'd just walk up and I'd be like, hey buddy, and I'd hit him with it. Like, I used to beat the fuck out of him.
Well, you guys used to watch WWF, that makes sense, because they would do that in WWF.
Like, it hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, like, you'd feel the impact, but
it felt so good.
It was totally worth it.
Yeah.
Because, like, that cast was hard as shit. Because the first one I had wasn't a waterproof one. So, like, I had to, like, shower with my arm out of the fucking shower. But, dude, that cast was hard as fuck. So, every time that you'd hit somebody, like, you know that they felt it. Because I'd hit him hard as fuck with it. Like, fuck you, you're older, you can beat my ass, so, like, I'm just gonna hit you.
But I got a weapon,
yeah, like, I could just hit you as hard as I fucking want with this thing. Like, yeah. That was my family. That's how. And I didn't go to the hospital for, like, 3 days.
What the wait, back this up. So your like, wrist went all the way back here, your hand went all the way back here, and you didn't go to the hospital for 3 days?
Yeah.
Why?
So
what the fuck?
I'm like bawling my eyes out because I'm
a kid.
Yeah, I'm in fucking 5th grade.
Yeah.
So I go up to my dad. I'm like, you know how kids exaggerate. I'm like, Dad, Nick broke my wrist. Oh shit! I just realized why we were over there. It was fucking Father's Day. I completely forgot about that. Okay, anyway, sorry, that just popped in my head.
Did you just have like a fucking flashback?
So I go up to my dad. My dad was in the backyard. We were in the front. And I'm like bawling my eyes out, and he comes out because he was smoking a cigarette in the back. And he's like, what's going on? I'm like, Nick broke my wrist, blah, blah, blah. And my cousin's like, we were me out. But so like I'm bawling my eyes out, and like you couldn't even really understand what I was saying.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, move your wrist. So like I hold my hand out and I kind of like go like this. Mm-hmm. And there was a little bit of motion in there. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, you just sprained it. It's fine. I'm like, no, Dad, my hand went all the way back. Like, I felt it. And he's like, you just sprained it. You're fine. I'll go get a brace from inside and we'll put it on your hand. So, like, for 3 days, which I understand what my dad was doing. He was like, you know, if we go to the hospital right now, they're going to put you in a full arm cast. Mm-hmm. So, like, for the first couple days, he thought that I just sprained it. And then, like, so, like, I had the brace on for 3 days, and one morning I woke up and my wrist was like swollen like a motherfucker. And my dad comes in the room and he's like, we're gonna go to the doctor. I'm like, okay. Dude, let me tell you, when I got x-rays of my wrist, I've never heard a 5th grader call somebody so many names. So when you go for an x-ray,
you cuss them out?
Fuck yeah, I cuss that lady out. So, when you go for an x-ray, okay, it's not just like you put your hand like this. Like, they have to get different angles.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So, have you ever broken something?
I sprained something and they thought that I broke it.
Okay, so, just imagine a sprain, and when you go to get the x-ray, they want you to not turn your arm. Mm-hmm. They want you to just turn your wrist, so this way they can see it. To see if the bones aren't lining up. So, I'm in the 5th grade, and this lady's like, okay, now turn your wrist. So, like, I'm, like, leaning my arm, and she's like, no, turn your wrist. I'm like, I can't turn my wrist. You see this? This is as much as I can move my fucking hand. Like, I didn't say fucking to her at that point, but, like, so, like, I'm holding my hand like this. She's like, I need you to turn it more. And she, like, grabbed my hand and turned it a little bit. Dude, oh my God. Like, my mom had no idea that I even knew those words. Because, like, so, like, when you're in the 5th grade,
you
like,
spotted out.
yeah, well, like, when you're in the 5th grade, you're, like, hanging out with your friends in school, you're like, yeah, that lady's a bitch. Like, you're like, huh, and then you laugh because you're like, I'm not supposed to be saying that. No, dude, like, when she twisted my wrist, I was like, you fucking bitch! Like, dude, by far.
Was it like that? Was it like that scene in like the 40-Year-Old Virgin when they're like taking
ripping his hair out?
You go, you fucking bitch!
Yeah. No, dude, it was bad. Like, that was probably the most pain that I ever.
Dude, I can imagine.
It fucking hurt. Yeah,
That's crazy. And you dealt with that for 3 days without getting it checked out.
It was bad. I didn't sleep a lot.
I can imagine, dude.
And then my dad felt like really bad about it.
Yeah, but I mean,
and I just like now I just told him, I'm like, look, I kind of understand because normally when you break something, like you don't have any movement at all. Mm-hmm. But I had what the hell was it called? I think it's a straight break. Mm-hmm. So like it wasn't a fracture. So. Mm-hmm.
It was a clean one.
Yeah, it was just clean, straight back. That's why my hand, like, went, like...
Yeah, like, all the way.
You hear that?
Yeah.
I don't know if the mic could pick it up, but my wrist clicks when I turn it.
It probably did.
So, like, with the clean break, I think that they were explaining something to me. Because it was a clean break, like, the tendons can still move somewhat and stuff, so your hand can move partially. But, your bones are still broken. So, like, my dad automatically assumed it was a sprain because he had sprained stuff before. And then, like, when we went to the hospital and went to the doctor and they put the cast on and I came home, he's like, oh, my God. Just let my kid in the 5th grade, who's 11 years old, go without medical attention for 3 days. And now, what's funny is now he denies it. He's like, no, I took you to the hospital right away. I'm like, no, I fucking didn't. I'm like, you could ask Mom, because Mom took me to the hospital 3 days later to get the cast.
Wait, I never did that. What?
Yeah.
That's great, man.
Dude, we completely got off of Christmas.
No, I mean, that's part of Christmas. It has to deal with family. And
dude, it was just so funny because, like, I ride him about it now. Like, every time that it gets brought up, like, when me and my cousin are together, like, he'll be with his fiance, and I'm like, hey, you remember that time that you broke my wrist? Like, to this day.
Yeah, he just pile drive me. It was like, I was 11, he was like 18, full of testosterone.
I look at her, I'm like, yeah, he used to be a fucking asshole. And then I look at him, I'm like, fuck you. That's how our relationship works. We're a weird family.
That's not a bad relationship.
Yeah.
That's not a bad one.
You have any good childhood stories, Joe?
Any good childhood stories like that? No, not that I can think of right away. No. I'm sorry, I'm really boring when it comes to my childhood. I was a very quiet kid. I didn't do a lot.
I was too. I just used to ride my bike around a lot.
I never learned how to ride a bike.
Really?
Like nope. I remember I got a bike and then like I don't remember if it was my brother or somebody else tried to show me and gave up because I was like, I'm not fucking falling off this thing and scraping my fucking legs. It's like, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna happen. I was like, fuck you, it's gonna happen. Guess what? It's not gonna happen because I ain't riding this fucking bike. And then after that, my brother's like, you know what? Fuck you. And then he took like this brand new bike that I had, took all the nice pieces off of it and put it on his bike. And then never learned.
You know what's really funny is like, that's all that I ever did. Like, I remember one time, I got really bored during the summer, and I don't know, I was probably like 14. Mm-hmm. And my parents were like, all right, well, just stay within the area while we're at work, whatever, and then make sure that you lock the door when you leave. So, like, I get on my bike, and I was just riding around with one of my buddies, and he had to go home. His mom called him, so I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to ride a little bit more. And then the next thing I knew, I was in Strongsville. And I was like, I guess I should go home. It was kind of like a Forrest Gump moment.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I just started running.
I didn't stop.
And then one day, I stopped. like, dude, I rode all the way. I was all the way up sorry. But that was an ADD moment. I was all the way up by, like, South Park Mall. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From where your family lives?
Yeah, they live, like, 2 streets north of Snow Road, so that way.
Damn!
Yeah, dude,
that's a good bike.
I used to ride my bike a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I never always had these chicken legs. That happened after I got my driver's license.
Okay.
After I got my driver's license,
It all changed.
Yeah,
Dude.
I was like, maybe I should go for a bike ride. I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna take the car.
Yeah.
Like I was just going to the gas station at the end of the street. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna drive.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. I'm 16. I'm gonna drive. Fuck you. Like
My license is free ride, baby.
Dude, it was just funny though because like I don't know. It was a nice day. I think it was like. I mean, it wasn't hot. It was probably like 70 or 80 somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna keep riding. It's still light out. Mm-hmm. Fucking. I just kept riding. And the next thing I know, I was in Strongsville, and I'm like, I should probably go home. Like, it's gonna be dark soon. I look at my phone. I have like 3 missed calls from my dad.
We've been calling the police. We don't know where you are.
Well, because they like got me this little flip phone because like they're like, well, if you're gonna be riding like
away,
we want to make sure that you can call us if you need to. Mm-hmm. So like, call my dad back. He's like, where are you? I'm like, I'll be home in like an hour and a half, somewhere in there. He's like, okay. I didn't tell him I rode all the way to Strongsville because he's like, make sure that you stay like in the area. I'm like, okay, dude. There was like, I think it turned out, I don't remember exactly how long I rode for, but it was like probably a 2.5 or 3 hour bike ride. I don't even remember exactly. It was a long fucking ride.
To be young and have that stamina.
Dude, I rode all the way up Pearl Road.
Yeah.
It was, I was like, how am I so fat? Like, this is one thing I never understood. I used to ride that bike all the time, like even during the winter, and I was still just fat. Like
maybe it's probably because what you ate.
Probably, my mom made a lot of spaghetti.
See, all those carbs, man.
Yeah, but I don't know. You would just think like,
dude, I still think that way. Like I'll be like warming up with my improv group. And, like, we'll do stretches, and I'll, like, do leg stretches and shit. And then, like, people are like, man, Joe, you're so flexible. And I'm like, yeah, you would think that I'd be really skinny, but I'm fat. It's not fun. And then I'm like, oh, well, what are you going to do?
Well, and see, that's a funny thing. Like, I was super active when I was a kid.
I was, too.
And now, like, I'm a lazy fuck. So, like, I get out of work, and I guess you can't really say that. I go to the gym a couple days a week. But, like, before I start going back to the gym, I would literally get off of work, come home, and like sit in front of the TV. Like I didn't do anything besides maybe cut the lawn. Ooh, real fucking active, you know? Like,
hey man,
and now I'm thinner than I was when I was a fucking teenager. I used to ride my bike for miles, like to the point where my tires were worn down.
I mean, it also might be a thing of the fact that like you were probably a lot shorter, so like you probably stretched out. No,
dude, I've been the same height since I was like 15.
Oh, you're a freak.
Yeah, it was weird because, like, I hit my growth spurt, and, like, I had, like, this small period of time where, like, I grew a little bit, and then, like, out of nowhere, I think it was, like, maybe it was the 8th or 9th grade? I don't remember exactly, but all of a sudden it was just, like, and I was, like, I was tall, like, I mean, that was over dramatic. Obviously, it didn't happen, like, in a day. I just woke up, I was 6'2", but, like... But no.
But you don't notice that shit when it's happening. Like, you don't notice it until you start thinking about it, like, oh, I actually am a lot taller now, I would assume, right?
Well, no, because, like, when I was in high school, that was the biggest that I ever was. I was 270. Like, it was 6'2", 270. Like, I was a big dude. And then, after I got out of high school, I mean, part of the reason why I lost all the weight was because I worked on cars for 2 years. All I did was run around like an asshole in heat.
You had to keep up that.
Sweat my ass off.
You had to keep up that cocaine addiction that you had.
Yeah. No, like literally, I lost a bunch of weight because like I never ate and I smoked a ton of cigarettes and I drank a lot. Like it was literally my diet. Like I wouldn't eat all day and then I get home and I'd shove my face with food and then I didn't have time to eat at work. So like I'd shove my face with food when I got home, but when I was at work, I would just smoke, drink coffee, and then like. That was it. And then when I get home, I drink and eat.
You guys hear that? That's the secret to getting skinny.
That's the real diet.
That's the real diet, baby. You don't eat anything.
Drink liquor and beer.
Yeah.
don't eat anything, and smoke 2 packs a day.
But then when you're really hungry is when like you stuff your face with Taco Bell.
Just make sure that you're being very active though, because I was running around like an idiot for fucking anywhere from 10 to 12 hours a day. Yeah, I don't miss doing that.
But I do miss that body. God.
I do.
I used to look myself in the mirror.
Dude, I was 30 pounds lighter when I worked there.
Oh, man, God.
Now I'm 220. I'm 220 now. When I was there, I was 195.
195. Holy shit, man.
I lost 75 pounds after high school.
I lost.
You want to talk
no
about
pounds
a change?
After high school.
You want to talk about a change?
That's a damn.
The one day I went to go put shorts on.
Yeah.
This was literally like within a year. I went to go put shorts on, and I think I have a picture of it. I'll show it to you later. But like, I couldn't even hold them up with a belt.
You had your Jared moment?
Like, no, like legitimately, like I used to wear a size 40 and I went down to a 32. And then I didn't even think about it because I hadn't worn shorts in so long. I was just like, oh, it's a nice day. I'm going to throw shorts on. Nope. They just fell off. It was bad. And then, like, now I'm at a 36 because I'm fat.
Well, you kind of, I wouldn't call it you got.
I like evened out.
You evened out.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Like, I went from, like, fat
to
anorexic to, like, right in the middle.
And your body was like, there's a nice little space right here. Let's get you to that veil. Let's get you to that pants.
The one thing that I will say is when I was 195, I looked really unhealthy. But it was because I was unhealthy. It wasn't like I lost the weight in a good way.
Okay.
It was because I was overworked, I didn't eat a lot, and I smoked a lot.
So we don't condone this diet that we said earlier, unless you're maybe a model and you want to ruin your life. Then do it.
There you go. I mean, I think Nicole thought that I was gonna die because I used to smoke a lot. I don't know if you knew me when I smoked how much I did.
I don't think so. I think I started to meet you like when you were probably towards the tail end.
Oh, that's right. You did meet me when I was like vaping and stuff. Mm-hmm. Because I started vaping when I worked on cars. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, dude, I used to smoke 2 packs a day. I'd drink a ton of beer. Fucking ton of coffee. Like I'd probably drink 2 or 3 pots a day while I was at work.
Oh man, I don't know.
And
coffee.
Then yeah, dude, I drank so much caffeine when I worked there.
And you wouldn't eat?
Yeah, no, it was bad.
How?
Man.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Dude, it was how you kept going.
I guess I could not live that life, man.
There's a special kind of person that it takes. That's why I left.
Yeah, dude. Now fuck that, man.
Because it's like, oh, we're open till 6. We start at 7:30. Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever. You know, you automatically get 10 hours overtime even on a slow week, which wasn't bad because like on a slow week you wouldn't really do anything, so it wasn't too bad. You could go on lunch, whatever. But like when it was slammed, we were supposed to close at 6. Dude, there were nights that I was there till like
2.
Fuck, no, till like
5 in the morning.
What?
I don't know.
No, we'd be there from 7:30 until I think the latest I was ever there was 10:30.
Oh, okay. Well, dang, man, you made me. I thought it was like a really long time. That's not too. I mean, it's long. That's really long, but like
you realize that 7:30 to 7:30 is like 12 hours.
Yeah,
right?
no, but like in my mind when you said that, you made it sound a specific way. So I was like, oh man, so you were there like till like early in the morning.
I mean, there. The one time that I stayed there really, really late, we had to organize the tire room after we shut down. And we didn't end up shutting down until 9:30 because we had so many fucking cars because it was around this time. Key word of advice for the fucking listeners, okay? Don't be an asshole. If you need fucking tires, go get them before the first snowfall, you twat waffles. Okay. Now that service announcement has been said, because like the thing was when you were in automotive, the second that first snowfall came, everybody and their fucking uncle was trying to get new tires. What do you mean you can't fit me in? What do you mean you can't fit me in? It's like, dude,
you waited too
we're already here until 9 o'clock. We're here 3 hours past when we're supposed to close. Like, fuck off. Come on.
Yeah, but I don't understand why the fuck people like, they're just like, I'll wait till the last minute and then like complain to the guy who's giving me the service.
You're telling me that when it was raining a couple weeks ago and
You didn't
your
think
tires
maybe-
were bald as fuck and you went to go hit the gas, they didn't slip a little and you were like, it's getting pretty cold out. I should probably go get some tires. No, you decided to wait until everybody's fucking coming in. Like, if you know that you need tires, if they look like they're starting to wear, go fucking get them in the summer. Because guess what? That's when they run all their offers. Do you know why? Because nobody comes in during the summer.
Yep.
But it was just like, it was nuts. Like, I'd be there till 9, and then we'd have to the one time that we had to rearrange the tire room at night, I think I was there until 12:30. Mm-hmm. So from 7:30 to 12:30, and then I had to be there. I used to get to work at like a half an hour early. So from 7 to 12:30, and then I'd get there at 7 the next day. Like, dude, it was bad.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's why when I said, like, when I hear people complain about working hours, I'm just like, bitch, shut up.
You don't know.
I'm like, please shut up.
You don't know.
Like, I used to work 80 hours a week. Like, shut your mouth.
Holy fuck, man. All right, so on the topic of snow, I guess we can get back on Christmas.
Yeah. For Christmas, don't buy tires. Buy that in the fucking summer, you assholes.
Yeah, you should do that in the summer.
Buy that for Labor Day. That'll be your Labor Day present. There you go. Fucking Labor Day sales. There you go. Okay, but no, back to Christmas, man.
Christmas time is the best time.
I just think I like Christmas because, even though that all of us get together, like on a regular basis pretty much.
It's a different feeling.
It's just kind of nice because it's almost kind of like a family atmosphere.
Yeah.
So, like, we get all our friends together, and even if, like, you're having a beef with somebody or something, like, you kind of put that aside just so this way all of you can get together for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Just have a good time, hang out, eat, talk, have fun.
Get fucked up.
I don't think we've ever gotten fucked up in Christmas.
I have.
Yeah?
Not over Carlo and Ashley. I got pretty drunk one year at my grandma's house. And she doesn't like when people drink.
So now that you know what
Correction, I got drunk before I went over my grandma's house.
You know what's gonna happen now is this Christmas you gotta get pretty.
Over Carlo and Ashley?
Hell yeah, man.
That's fine. I
Yeah,
don't care.
we're
I
gonna
get
do
fucked
it.
up.
Yeah.
I get fucked up, fall asleep under the tree.
That's great.
Not that I've done that.
Are you sure you haven't done that? I feel like you would. You've done that.
No.
Yeah, you've done that.
I did it one time.
It's still, yeah, I can see that.
I was like 19.
Oh fuck! I just want to go to sleep.
It was like at the end. No, I was 18 because it was at the end of me working at the bar
Okay.
when I was still stupid and
Okay.
drove home. So don't drink and drive, kids. That's past the statute of limitations, anyways. I don't care. But yeah, dude,
You just had a monologue in your own fucking mind, and you ended it off saying it out loud. You're like, maybe we shouldn't say that. It's past the statute of limitation.
So I drove home from work and I drank while I was at work too. So yeah, but
Well, you worked at a bar though. I mean,
yeah, but we didn't just like have a beer while we were working. Like we got fucking hammered while we were working. So for the people who think that when you go to a bar and you order food and it comes out shitty, you're like, man, that cook doesn't know how to cook. No, the cook knows how to cook. He's just really fucked up because you decided to order food at 10 o'clock at night. So, anyways, I digress. But I drove home and, dude, like, I was watching a Christmas. My parents were in the living room watching a Christmas movie. Mm-hmm. And I just walk in and they're like, oh man, you got home kind of late. I'm like, yeah, it was a long night. But like I was smooth about it.
mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
So like, can I say that on the podcast? Anyway, my parents like they used to let me have a beer or two like when I got home, whatever. So I get home and I went in the fridge and I cracked open a beer and I chugged like half of it. So this way, if I smelled like alcohol, my parents didn't know. Dude, I was crafty as shit.
Dude, this is some like really bad thing.
So
That's what an alcoholic does. You do that, right?
I was pretty much an alcoholic when I worked at that bar. So So, like, I go into the living room, and my mom was on the couch, my dad was on the chair, and they're like, rough night? I'm like, yeah. So, like, I'm laying on the floor, and I have this beer. Fucking... I'm like, our Christmas tree is in the corner, and I have my head under it. And the next thing I knew, it was the morning, and I still had the beer in my hand. For some reason, my parents didn't pick it up. But I passed out under the Christmas tree. It only happened once.
I feel like when you say
Don't
that...
fucking judge me.
I'm not judging you. But the minute you say it like that, I feel like there's more than one time that happened.
No, that actually only happened once.
Okay.
That was not a proud moment. Not a proud moment. At least I wasn't, like, curled up under the tree. It was just, like, my head. Like, I don't even know why I laid like that, because the TV was, like, next to the tree. Mm-hmm. I think they just thought that I was tired.
I mean, it makes sense.
They never really caught on to the fact that I used to drink. Like, I used to drink a lot in high school. It was bad.
See, but now you're not. You know, you left that lifestyle, man.
Yeah, you know what's really weird is now that I'm like getting older. Mm-hmm. Like, if you ever drank, I think that me and you talked about this before. Have you ever drank like 6 beers and then like your stomach kind of starts to bother you?
Yeah, man.
And you're like, I really want another beer because I want to get a buzz going. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel like vomiting all over the place.
Yep.
I'm just going to switch to liquor. Then you switch to liquor and you end up throwing up.
Yep.
It's just not...
It's not fun.
So that's why I'm just going to stick to liquor now.
Yeah. Liquor's better. It gets you fucked up quicker. It tastes better sometimes.
The only time that I won't is I think if I don't want to get fucked up.
If you want to just have something to like give you like a nice little feel, but not even you don't even need a buzz.
Yeah.
It's like a
Like at the Halloween party, I just that's why I was drinking beer, because I was like, okay, Nicole's already hammered. I'm probably gonna have to take care of her, so I'm just gonna drink this beer and kind of chill out. And then like, I don't know, man. Most of the time, I'm the one who has to be taken care of. Mm-hmm. Well, not really taken care of. Just put me in a bed. It'll be fine. Just let me sleep it off. But
you're kind of like the kindergarten approach. You're just like, I think it's Betty Bye time.
Yeah, it's like I think you need to go to bed. I think you're right. I think I need to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, no, fucking dude. I don't know what it is. Every time I drink liquor though, like I can't think of one single time. Like I could think of a couple times that I've had a couple beers and like I was just like, I'm good. I can't think of a single time where I was like, I'm gonna have a couple glasses of Jack and Coke and I'm good. No, it's like, I'm gonna have a couple Jack and Cokes and I'm gonna go home. Mm-hmm. No, it's I'm gonna have a couple Jack and Cokes, fucking get an Uber because I'm hammered off my ass and I can barely walk, and go home. Like I don't understand that. It's weird.
I really think it's because I think it's just because it's the fact that it tastes. It's the taste.
Then like, it doesn't fill you up like beer does.
It doesn't.
So like when I drink those gin and ginger ales, dude, that's why like every time. Name one time that you see me drink gin and I wasn't hammered.
Yeah, no.
Like it's not like a drink where you're like, oh yeah, that was a nice little sip. I'm gonna have like 2 of these. I'm gonna call it a night. No, it's like, yeah, let me get another one. And then you end up peeing on the side of your house and falling asleep in the bathroom.
I think the only time that I haven't ever seen you...
Not that I've done that either.
That's okay, I've done that too, so it doesn't matter.
No, I mean, I've done that a lot.
Oh,
because Nicole's had to, like, make me go into the spare bedroom because I was so drunk. Like,
that happens?
I fell asleep on the bathroom floor here. Like, I went into the bathroom...
It feels good, doesn't it?
Dude, I went to the bathroom to pee.
Yeah.
And then, like... She told me that she came into the bath. I was blackout that night. It was one of the nights that we went up the last stop. Mm. Dude, I was black. I had so much to drink. Fucking, I came home, pissed on the side of the house. She got mad about that. That I remember. Then we got inside.
I think that was the day that I went with you guys for karaoke.
I think it was. Mm-hmm. We came inside, and then she's like, why don't you just go ahead and sleep in the spare room because, 1, I know you're going to snore, and 2... you flail around when you're drunk, so I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go into the spare room, and I remember falling asleep. Like I don't remember going in the bathroom, anything. And she's like, I heard you in the bathroom peeing, and then like 20 minutes went by, and you didn't come out. And then I walk into the bathroom, and you're laying on the floor in your underwear in front of the sink with your head towards the door. And the second I open the door, you're like, get out of my room. So then I got you back into the spare room. I'm like, Nicole, I do not remember any of that at all.
She should have taken a video. That would have been like...
Dude, it was bad.
That would have been on America's Funniest Home Videos.
It was... That was probably one of my worst nights. That was bad. I mean, I've had some...
I think the funniest time that I've ever seen you drunk, that I was like, this is kind of getting a little out there, is Carlos' birthday.
Oh, when I was dancing.
Dude, I knew the minute you switched from drinking, like, I think it was beers, to Smirnoffs, and you're like, this is just me cooling off.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm rehydrating.
This is game over. I was like, this is game fucking over. He's not, no.
Dude, I just remember drinking the Labatt's, and I'm like, I want to switch it up a little bit. So I grabbed one of those Smirnoffs, and then you're like, are you drinking a Smirnoff? I'm like, dude, I'm rehydrating. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm just trying to rehydrate. And then, like, once I was starting to really feel it, like, I just remember looking at the bottle, and then I was looking at Labatt's bottle. I'm like, oh shit, this is like 3% more alcohol. I don't drink Smirnoff, so I was like, damn, it tastes good and it has higher alcohol content. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna keep drinking these.
It was really funny because
I just remember the first time. That was the first time that I had ever met Chris Hoy, his instructor. You might want to bleep his last name out.
Yeah. What? I'll do
yeah.
it. I usually listen to him when I'm editing them.
But it was just funny because like it was the first time that I met him, and like he just told me, I think it was the last time that I saw him. He was like, you realize that the first time that I met you, you were super fucked up, right? I'm like,
what?
I'm like, yeah, I kind of remember going around and telling everybody that I was super drunk. I don't remember why I was doing that.
I think it was funny the progression of that day. Because that day you started off, you were drinking beer, you were outside, and then people would be sitting around you, and you'd be like, you might not. I think it was you did this to Faith. You were like, you might not know me, Faith. I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I'm not an alcoholic, I swear to God.
And you kept saying that. And it kept building up until the point where because you were talking about the Smirnoffs, and you're like, this is just refreshers. And now the whole time, like, that's not a refresher. You're going to get fucked up. And then you were like, oh, well, great, this thing has more alcohol, so fuck it.
I was like, I'm just rehydrated. It's fine. There's water in this.
But I'm not an alcoholic.
I forgot about the I'm not an alcoholic thing. I think I'd said that to everybody there. I was really fucking drunk.
And then like after that, you started playing cornhole, and then you.
Well, you know what was worse?
What?
Do you remember when I fell asleep in the front yard?
Yeah.
You know that after that I went downstairs and did some shots.
What the fuck?
Dude, I had a lot to drink that night.
That was a good day.
I don't even remember who I did the shots with.
I
think it might have been James.
Maybe.
I think it was James.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't remember a whole lot of that night. I remember when we were dancing in the driveway, and at one point my shirt came off. I don't know why the fuck I took it off.
Yeah, I remember that. We were getting rowdy. That's what it was.
The only reason why I remember it coming off is because I remember at one point I was telling Ashley that I lost my shirt and I wasn't sure where I put it. And then she like literally leaned over to the chair that it was on and grabbed it and handed it to me. I was like, "Oh, thanks." And then I walked away.
I don't remember. Was that the night that you and Brandon went and you walked over to Taco Bell?
No, that was Labor Day.
That was Labor Day.
God, I drink too much.
No.
The matter
you're a designated drinker, motherfucker. You can't say you drink too much.
All right, look. To all the designated drinkers out there, the fact that I have this many stories just over the past year.
And that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
It's a great thing.
It's good for the podcast.
Listen. You can have stories. You just can't go overboard.
Did we ever talk about the Labor Day incident?
What Labor Day incident?
When I blacked out and me and Brandon walked to Taco Bell?
No, I don't think we did. I just kind of brought it up, but I don't think we ever talked about it on the podcast.
I don't remember if we... Well, if we did, sorry.
Fuck it, then
but
you're going to get a better...
that was a good night.
That's a really good night.
Because I don't remember shit.
Dude, that night was funny as shit. Because I don't know where, I'm like, we were playing, I don't remember if it was Xbox or like the Nintendo 64. And then like, I don't know where, like, I think Nicole or someone was like, or I think it was me, I was like, where did Tom go? And then Nicole or like Ashley tell me, like, they're like, oh, him and Brandon went to Taco Bell. I was like, wait, they walked. What? And then like 2 minutes later, you called Nicole, was like, yeah.
No,
or she called you, didn't she?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think she called me.
She called you.
I was getting food.
Yeah. They were closed. I think the best part of that is you fucking come home, you get to their house, you're eating a burrito, and then you're like, Joe, this fucking burrito's fucking delicious.
You know what's really funny is...
I don't remember how I got it, but...
This is for all of our listeners out there. Hint for the next time you're drinking. If you're drinking a lot of beer, and then you switch to Tito's vodka, do not make that switch after drinking a lot of beer, because you have a tendency to black out after drinking 3/4 of a bottle of vodka and making your girlfriend very angry at you because you drank her vodka. So that is just a key word of advice. So it was just funny because, like, I remember us all sitting outside at that picnic table that Ashley had just bought. Mm-hmm. I remember helping somebody carry it in the garage. I don't remember who, because we were going in for the night and we were all going to hang out inside.
It might have been me, it might have been Carlo.
So we go inside, and I remember sitting in that fucking shitty rocking chair. And then that's it. Like, I remember all of us started to talk, and that's all that I remember. And Nicole told me, she was like, you know, at one point you were laying down on the floor downstairs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when the fuck did we go downstairs? And she's like, do you remember walking to Taco Bell? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck happened last night? And she's like, fucking Carlo, I guess I didn't eat all that burrito, because the next morning Carlo's like, do you want the rest of this? I'm like, I don't know, what is it? he's like, it's your burrito from last night. I'm like, when did we get burritos? Dude, it was bad. Like, that's the worst that I've been in a long... That was a rough next morning, let me tell you. Because we had to wake up to come let the dog out. Yeah. So she woke me up at like fucking 8 o'clock. I'm pretty sure that I was still drunk when she woke me up.
Dude, I remember the night after, the day after. I think we went to Denny's. Was it? Did we go to Denny's?
No, we went to that place with the skillets that Carlo bitched
That's
about.
what it was. Yeah. The fucking day, and you were just like, I don't even know what the fuck happened, Joe. I had a burrito apparently.
Have you ever blacked out before?
No.
Okay, if you ever black out, it's like the weirdest thing, because the whole next day, when people are telling you stuff, you're just like trying to piece it all together. Like, because I was trying to piece it together because Nicole's like, oh yeah, you fell asleep downstairs. And I'm like, well, when the fuck did I go get food? And when the fuck did I eat food if I fell asleep on the floor? And then Carlo was telling me, he's like, yeah, at one point when you were sleeping on the floor, I was making fun of you, and you're like, I'm not asleep, bitch. And then, like, you just sat up and you were awake. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I don't remember any of that. At all.
It was funny because you fell asleep, and then he's like, look at that, Tom. You talking all that shit. Look at you now. And he's like, motherfucker, I'm not sleeping. I'm doing the same thing you do, bitch. I'm just closing my eyes. See? I got back up.
Like, that's when I know that I drank too much. Because, like...
That's when you know you had fun. No?
Dude, I think that the last time that I drank that much was probably when I was in Texas. Because I had that one day, like, that Sunday, that I went to the fucking bar right across from my hotel, and I don't remember going back to my hotel. Like,
That's a crazy feeling, man.
I mean, I
It's gotta be a crazy
walked to
feeling.
the bar, so I know that I at least walked back.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like I don't remember any of that.
How
at
does
all.
it? How does that feel? I asked someone before, like, because I've never blacked out. Well, I kind of have, but I can't say that on the podcast.
It fucks you up a little bit.
Okay.
And you're gonna have to tell me after the podcast now because
Okay.
now I want to know. But it fucks you up a little bit because like the whole, like, dude, when I was in Texas, it really fucked me up because like all of those guys who I was down there with had no idea that I left the bar. So like they had no idea that I blacked out, and dude, it was bad because it was like, dude, I don't remember shit. Like, and then you're like, how did I get back? Did I call an Uber? Did I walk? The worst time is like if you think that you drove. Like if you drove somewhere.
That's gotta be scary.
Like I've never had that happen, but one of my buddies has. But then the next morning he woke up and his car wasn't there, so he found out that he walked home. The bartender told him that he walked home.
Oh.
So. But like if you don't know what happened, like I have no idea what happened in between the time. Probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon because we were watching football up there. So like we started drinking at like 11.
And if you're watching the Browns, you're definitely gonna be drinking.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I got fucked up. So like we started drinking at 11, and like by 3 o'clock, dude, I was gone because the guy next to me, he wasn't down there working with me. I met him at the bar, and he was from Pittsburgh, so he was just sitting there talking shit the whole time. And then he's like, you know what? I like this guy. He's a good sport. Get him a shot. So like then me and him start doing shots, and then the next thing I know, like we killed probably a bottle of Fireball, and I was drinking beer. Like it was bad.
Oh my god.
So like, and you know how Fireball is. You down it and like you don't even realize it.
No,
like, it's not bad at all.
It's
so
not.
Fuck, dude. All I know is that I left the bar. I don't remember how I got to the hotel. Don't remember how I got in the hotel. And don't remember what happened while I was at the hotel. Well, Nicole told me that I called her when I was at the hotel. I don't remember what I said. I don't remember calling her.
Every time I hear someone going about blacking out, I always think about. Have you ever seen like one of those movies, like the one I can think of the
Next
best?
morning, I woke up on the floor.
Like the Nutty Professor. Have you ever seen the Nutty Professor where like he blacks out, he turns into Eddie Murphy, and then like Eddie Murphy takes a videotape of like his like escapades, like, "Hey, Fatso!" Like I always think about like blacking out. And then there's like a VHS tape right next to you. You go, what the fuck? And it's like, hey, this is your drunk self.
Dude, it like there's been a couple times where like I was like, holy fuck, what happened? Like when she told me that I walked to Taco Bell that night, I was like, I got hit by a fucking car. Like why? She's like, I tried to stop you from going, but then Brandon came upstairs and he was like, yeah, let's go. So you just left.
I don't know. You know what? We've never asked Brandon how he, like, if he was blackout that night.
I don't think that he was.
So I mean, at least you had him.
But it was just funny because like she told me that I said Taco Bell and Brandon like came up the stairs and I was like, I'm gonna go to Taco Bell, and she's like, you're not going anywhere. You need to stay here. He's like, yeah, let's go to Taco Bell. He's like, we can walk up there. It's fine. It's not that far. That's what Nicole told me. I was like, all right. So then I'm like, she told me that I looked at her. I'm like, you want anything? No? Okay. And I just walked out of the house. Like, dude, I've had some times, man.
Oh, shit.
I've had some times.
This has been a great episode of AA. No.
Yeah, it's been a great episode of Alcoholics Anonymous podcast.
Let's talk about anything about Christmas. Oh, my God.
Oh, so what do you think of the big fat jolly guy?
Dude, that guy, man, fuck him.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
You know, I was gonna ask you that, but we kept talking about my favorite Christmas story. I think it's gotta be because I watch this a lot during Christmas. Is the Home Alone movies.
Those are good. Yeah.
I really like those movies.
I like Home Alone. I actually have two
Okay.
favorite Christmas movies. One is Elf.
Okay, that's a good, yeah.
I love Elf.
I've never seen that movie,
Like,
but I can understand a lot of
anybody who doesn't like Elf, fuck you.
I don't understand what you everyone like it? Is it? I mean, it looks like it's a funny movie.
It's kind of like cheesy. It's kind of like it's kind of like for kids, but it's like.
But it's like a Christmas movie, so you can't.
Dude, the best part in the movie is like he's working in this room downstairs. It's like a shipping room, and it has these suction tubes that suck the tubes up to the next level and whatnot. So the guy who he's working with is an ex-con, and fucking he goes to pour like this alcohol in his cup, and Will Ferrell thinks that it's syrup, and he's like, I eat all the major food groups: syrup, candy, and spaghetti. Like that's it. So he sees it and he's like, ooh, syrup! I love syrup. And he pours the whole flask in his cup. And then they're like all drunk in the shipping room and they're like dancing around and shit. Like, I love that fucking movie. That movie is great. But second one, Bad Santa.
Okay.
I fucking love Bad Santa. And I guess National Lampoon's Vacation. That's a good one. Or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I'm surprised you didn't say Die Hard.
Oh, I forgot about Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Anybody who thinks it's not can go fuck themselves.
I mean, it is a Christmas movie. It happens during Christmas. You can't say that it doesn't. Were you about to say something? What the fuck?
Dude, I'm so excited now.
Why?
Because I own Die Hard.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, we didn't fucking finish it. What was it, last year? We didn't
Just
finish
because everybody
it.
kept bitching about it.
Oh, dude, everyone kept talking over the movie. I was like, this is such a good movie. People were talking about what's his face because he was in that movie and he died.
I was getting really pissed last year when we were trying to watch it. I'm like, can we watch Die Hard because it's a Christmas movie? And they're like, no, we're not watching Die Hard. It's not a Christmas movie. I'm like, it is a Christmas movie. You shut your mouth. It's not Christmas until Hans Gruber falls off the fucking building. Okay? I don't care what you say. We're watching it. So I don't think I brought it over. I think Carlo bought it.
He bought it. He bought the collection or something like that.
So I don't know, man. Like, everybody kept talking over it, and then all you hear is Ashley in the background. Can we shut this off? Can we shut this off? I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
You know what's more horrible than Ashley? Like, when Ashley doesn't like something, she'll do that. But I hate it because she has like a little. We have our group of friends, and there's that little clique of group of friends that are like suction cup to her asshole. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. And they like cling automatically to whatever the fuck she says.
And then they start saying it?
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I get it if she says it, but fuck you, okay?
Yeah.
You might have this opinion, you're saying it because of her. You need to chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I agree. Because to me, so I have 4 favorite Christmas movies.
Okay.
You can't
get rid of Die Hard.
You can't not put Die Hard in there.
No.
And like I said, if you don't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie, you can go fuck yourself.
You can think
and
that
also,
way.
You've never seen Die Hard if you don't think that it's a Christmas movie, because it's obviously taking place during fucking Christmas.
Yeah. You know what movie I also I used to love this movie really a long time ago because like my family used to watch it all the time during Christmas is Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Yeah, you know what? That used to. Me and my dad used to watch it every Christmas.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I like the first one.
That's it.
The second one was alright, but the first one you can't top that.
No.
I mean, I like Tim Allen personally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he's got his moments.
I like him in a lot of stuff. Like I love Home Improvement.
I know.
And I used to love Last Man Standing. I used to love that show.
I heard that show was really good, and I can't believe that it was really that good because I didn't even know people watched it.
Dude, that was like the most popular show on ABC.
Yeah, I heard that, and I was like, really?
And they canceled it
like,
for political reasons.
Why?
Dude, Tim Allen's really Republican.
Oh, so there was a lot of like
he used to like poke little jabs at like Obama and stuff.
Oh,
like
okay.
Some of it was funny.
Okay.
Like it was like in a comedic sense. So like you know how when we joke around and stuff, like throw like little jabs like thanks Obama, like shit like that. Like that's how it was. And they had a Halloween episode. I don't know if this was necessary. I don't know exactly why it got taken off, but that's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
But
you've seen the episode.
Well, I don't know if it was a specific episode. Okay. I'm just saying I heard that it was taken off for like political views. But there's an episode where like it was the Halloween episode and it was right after Trump had won. and Tim Allen comes out in like a fucking suit with a red tie, and he dyed his hair blonde, and he went as Donald Trump for Halloween in the episode. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh god.
Like seriously, give the show a chance. Like it's a funny show because the whole point of the show is like he lives in a house full of women. So that's why it's called Last Man Standing. So like he has his wife and he has 3 daughters. And he works at a place called Outdoor Man. He's like part owner of it. It's it's kind of like a Dick's Sporting Goods or a Cabela's.
Okay.
But I mean, it's pretty funny. I always enjoyed it.
All right, Tim Allen.
It gives you some good laughs. It's just because he has like the dry humor in it. It's not so much like in Home Improvement how he was like a goof and constantly hurting himself.
Yeah.
It's just more like dry jabs. Like the one daughter's boyfriend is like an extreme liberal. So like they're always going back and forth.
So it's kind of like an All in the Family, like what's his face?
Kind of a little bit.
Okay.
Just not as racist.
Okay. Hey, it's a different time, okay?
Dude, All in the I don't know how to tell you this, but All in the Family was racist as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, even like Sanford and Son. I love Sanford and Son.
Yeah, so did I.
But it's
like,
pretty racist.
I love Sanford and Son. I used to like All in the Family. I thought that it was funny. What was that show with the dynamite guy?
Good Times.
Good Times.
Was really
Good
good
Times
too.
was funny. I mean, like I used to love all those shows. Like I can't even lie, I'm a closet Happy Days fan.
It's not bad.
I used to love Happy Days.
I liked. I think I talked about it on the podcast. I used to like Three's Company.
Oh yeah, well I mean that was kind of cool for the time, you know.
I know,
He was
right?
acting like he was gay, so you could stay with 2 hot females.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was just funny because like Mr. Roper would always make those gay jokes.
Yeah,
it was like you can't do that now, but
dude, Sanford and Son though.
Dude, like from the beginning opening on that song, anytime I hear that, I love that fucking song, dude. Like, because my brother likes it too. He's the one who got me onto it because I was a little kid when he used to watch it, and like my mom put that as his ringtone, and so he always like every day he calls my mom because he's different from me in terms of communication. So every time I hear that song, she's like, "God damn it!" and I'm like, "Yeah, that's my fucking favorite song." I kind of want to watch Sanford & Son right now.
Did you? Did I ever tell you that I worked on the actual Sanford & Son truck?
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I have pictures of it on my phone.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, when I was working on cars, some dude bought it off of eBay. He lives in Cleveland. He bought the actual truck from the show. It was in California, sitting out front of a fucking junkyard.
What?
Like, that was their...
Set.
No. It wasn't the set. Like,
Okay.
it was sitting out front of an actual junkyard.
Oh, okay.
And he found it on eBay, and I think he paid like $10,000 for it. And he redid everything underneath and all the like motor work, but he left the body how it was from the show. And like even the license plate says like "you big dummy" and shit. And then on the back it says, "Yes, this is the real one."
Wow.
Yeah. No, he brought it in for I think it was for an alignment or something. But yeah, I got to toy around with that fucking thing, which.
Dude, that's awesome.
Dude, that car's a pain in the ass to drive.
I could imagine. It's a big ass fucking car.
No, it's not even that. It's back then because that truck.
School me.
Because that truck is so old. So when you think of a manual transmission, what do you think of?
I don't think of anything.
With a manual transmission, you got the clutch, then you got the brake, then you got the gas. Okay, and then you have the shifter.
Okay.
All right. So like. In my car, how I have the shifter, but it's automatic. You just put it in drive. In that car, because it was so old, I think it was like a 1938 or something.
Oh, you got to change shifts. Is that what you mean, or what?
I mean, you do.
Okay.
But it's completely different on those older vehicles.
Okay.
They didn't have that yet.
Okay.
It was called a 3 on the tree.
Uh-huh.
So like you know how in my truck how I had like the shifter here. You have to shift with that. Like, dude, it was a pain in the ass because he made it all original. It was just new parts.
Yeah.
And it was just like I got in and I'm like, how the fuck do I drive this thing? like my manager comes out, he's like, it's a 3 on the tree. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, I work on cars, but dude, I'm not like 70 years old. Like, so he's like, so what you do is you put your foot on the clutch, pop it in the first, and then you pop it in the second, and third, and so on and so forth. It's only, I think it was only 3 gears, but it was just like, it was so fucking difficult to find the gears because like you don't know where you're at.
Right.
It was a nightmare. Dude, I hated fucking pulling that thing in. Just like, fuck this, man.
Well, you know what? You know what that means? If anyone ever has like a problem with Cleveland, hey man, we got cool people. Cleveland has not only
Sanford and Son truck.
Yeah, we have the Sanford and Son truck. We this is where Superman was created.
People who start fights down at Barley House.
Yeah.
You know. Did you hear about that?
No.
That YouTuber that got in that big fight down at Barley House? Did Carlo send you that?
No, you didn't send me that.
Oh, dude.
I'm not hip to this stuff.
It was like some YouTuber who came to Cleveland, him and his girlfriend, they got into a big fight down at Barley House. And they were trying to...
okay.
They were trying to blame it on Barley House or something.
Do you know his name?
I don't remember.
Asshole
and we've sent Carlos so many gifts today that I can't,
he sent it on your... He texted it to you?
That I can't even go back and find like the link. I think I probably have it on my YouTube. But do you have anything that you want to spit out there, Joe?
No. I think this episode is done. I think we're pretty much done, right? We talked some Christmas stuff, right?
You don't have anybody that you want to promote or anything?
I have nobody that I want to promote at this present time. I guess.
Oh, here it is.
Oh yeah.
Here it is. Sorry, it is FaZe Banks and Alyssa Violet.
FaZe Bang.
I don't know. I guess that they're really popular on YouTube. They sound really gay, but
they don't sound cool.
Yeah, no. Dude, it's just fucked up. Like it's all kinds of screwy. Like, dude, it seems like there was like bad stuff on both ends, but it was just a fucked up situation. Like, if he would have just kept this cool, it wouldn't have been. Like he hit some guy because he was trying to split up his girlfriend and this other girl, but he's like, oh, he was choking her. But you could clearly see him like trying to push them apart. So I don't know.
That reminds me. There's like this Twitch guy called Ice Poseidon. And like he's really famous. He's like the PewDiePie, I would say, of like Twitch.
So he's racist.
He's not racist. Well, I don't know.
You just said he's like PewDiePie.
I didn't know PewDiePie was racist. Now you put him.
You didn't see that thing where he dropped the N-bomb on it when he was playing Call of Duty?
No.
Called some guy an N. Yeah, dude, like hardcore. Like
I feel like he doesn't give a fuck though. I don't think it's a sense that he's racist.
No, like afterwards he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like he even made an apology video for it. Like it was bad.
I want to see this now.
Yeah,
it's gotta be awesome.
We'll pull it up after.
But so like I guess it's this thing where because Twitch is different. If you go to Twitch, I don't know if YouTube is the same way, but if you're a Twitcher, with enough time and effort, people know your name. They know you're like they know enough information about you. Like there's this female Twitch girl that I watch. She does YouTube videos too. Yeah. Where like, dude, I remember I was watching one of her YouTube videos, and this guy because like when you do Twitch, when people sub to you or like they give you donations, they can like say something. If they give a specific amount, so they can be like, "Hey, I love your content," or "Oh, you look really nice today." This one guy, I'm assuming he's a guy, sent her money, and send her like a donation, and he was like, "Hey, I really like pizza. I'm gonna give you a pizza party." And then you're like, "What?" And then later on in the video, one of her roommates comes like, "Hey, did you order pizza?" It's like, "What?" It's because there's like 8 pizzas here for you, and then she like comes up with the pizzas, and she doesn't eat them because it's like, I don't fucking know where this came from. I'm not trusting this shit. But anyways, this comes back to like Ice Poseidon. So like he does a lot of like, he doesn't do video games as much as he does like life. Okay. Like so he has like he'll do him like walking around. He's kind of a douche. He's kind of a cool guy and he's kind of a douche. It really depends on your quote. But like apparently people have been fucking with him to where like when he goes on like a flight or something, they like put something out or whatever, like that he has a bomb on him. And
oh my god.
He was like, people fuck with him, and that was one of the times like he was in the plane And they stopped the plane from taking off. And they're like, we heard that there's a passenger here that might be in possession of a bomb. So they stopped the plane. They had to get him out. He spent like 5 hours getting questioned and like all this shit. And then like he did a video like on his Twitter. He's like, listen, I'm just getting sick and tired of this shit. Like, come on, man. I just spent 5 hours. These people couldn't go on their fucking plane ride. I couldn't go on my plane ride. Like,
dude, I think at that point I would just quit.
I mean, but they get paid a lot of money, so I mean,
dude,
they probably don't care.
You know what's really funny is obviously, like I've talked about before, I listen to Drinking Bros. They talk about this thing that they want to do. It's called the Fuck You Kevin. So basically what it is, it's like the funniest thing to listen to. Like they want some of their listeners to, as they're leaving an airport, they see this random guy in TSA just like trying to get through so he can get on his flight. And you as a fellow man go up to him and start being like, you know, fuck you, Kevin. I sucked your dick last night. Now all of a sudden you're just going to leave? What the fuck? And then just walk away.
Oh my God.
Because I don't know if you've ever been in an airport, but when you're in TSA...
Yeah, it's pretty...
There's no getting away from that because you're crammed into a bunch of people.
No. That's so fucked up.
But like, I guess that nobody's done it yet. And most of their listeners, like, go out and do shit. Like, if they want content, they'll go out and do shit. And I guess that nobody's done it yet. And I think that it would be... If that ever happens, I'm watching that video.
I feel like it'd be really funny, but I feel like that might be a little risky. I don't know.
I don't know how they would react.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's probably
but
why
they don't
people...
give a fuck. They're ex-military. Like, they're just like...
I guess so.
I don't fucking care. Like, what are you gonna do? Dude, like, I think it would be funny as shit. Like, if I saw that happening in the middle of an airport, let alone to somebody in a TSA line who can't go anywhere.
Dude, that'd be so funny.
I would just laugh. Like, I'd just be like...
And you told me you were gonna leave your fucking wife!
Dude, that's what they were like. They were like, we just want somebody to do this. And just videotape it and then send it to us.
Maybe we'll do it maybe we'll do it one day.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
I don't feel like getting tackled by fucking, like, the U.S. Marshals.
Maybe Angelo will do it. He's old enough. He's lived a life.
We could probably get Angelo to do it.
I think Angelo would do it. Yeah. Either him or I think Darian might do it.
I'm going to bring it up to Angelo.
I can't do it because I look Arab. So.
No, fuck you, Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a bomb! Oh, shit!
Well, I think we've kind of... I can't believe that we've been recording for as long as we have.
Yeah. Both of our episodes have been pretty long. You want to stay for another hour? This is our Christmas special.
All right, guys, for the next hour, I'm just going to sing you Christmas music.
Yeah, we're just going to...
No, I'm just fucking around. Nobody needs to hear that.
No, yeah. We'll just get some tequila or vodka in you. Maybe some Smirnoff.
No, man, I think we've had a pretty good night of recording. I
think so.
I can't even lie. I think that these are going to be pretty enjoyable.
I think so too. I hope everybody out there, you enjoy this. You know what's better? You don't have to hear some Mexican guys talking to you like, God, fucking Carlo, he sounds so Mexican.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Right? Fuck that guy. Playing his stupid PlayStation games.
Playing stupid games, sending people toast like a weirdo. Like, how is that?
And then, like, have you seen his phone? Like, some guy literally, like, sent him, like, a little peanut penis with, like, a big-ass, like hacky sack, nut sack. And the guy was like, I'm hard. And then, that's a little weird, bro. I hear he plays with his butthole while he watches that. That's kind of weird out there, so...
To send Carlo dick pics, text...
I don't know what you're saying. I'm really saying his number. You know what? Now that we talk about games, before we leave, if we could possibly make this a game for all of our Facebook or Twitter or whatever you're on, if you follow us on any social media... This is a new game. This is called Getting Carlo his I don't know. I don't have a good name for it yet. Getting Carlo his bag of dicks. Anyways, this is what I want everyone to do. I want everybody who listens to this and loves us and loves the show, because Carlo's gonna love this too. It's gonna be really funny. If you can Facebook him, you can Twitter him, or just us in general. You can email him or whatever. I don't know if you know his email, whatever. Or you could send him a dildo to his house because apparently people know where he lives. I want people to send dick pics and just all gay shit to Carlo. I want him by the end of this year to go, fuck you, Joe. My fucking Facebook is filled with dick pics that I can't get rid of. I just want this to be a thing. I don't know what we'll call it. We might call it something else. I might put something else when I edit this in terms of like for the description. But please, 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 please do it. He's on the Facebook. He's on our Facebook. I just send him dick pics. Or like really disgusting vaginas. Like...
Merry Christmas, Carlo.
And to all of our friends, I'm Joe.
I'm Tom. 2 brown holes and 1 guy.
Merry
2
Christmas.
brown eyes and a guy. Man, I fucked that up. God damn it. Merry Christmas. 2 brown eyes and a guy.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
We're the designated drinkers. Keep on drinking.